Hello retail traders. I want to talk about a little trade that we talked about yesterday and a strategy that I'm trading. It's called the sneaky snake. It's called the trend and the pattern and then take the breakout. So we're going to go straight to the chart. Or first let's talk about the IWM. You know it right now it holds AMC in TLA. I think AMC is getting ready to rebound pretty much. Crocs is down. I'm liking it right here. And I haven't really paid much attention to these others, but it has. I just trade IWM, NTLA in here, LSCC, THC, BJ, TTEK, and there's a few others. These are some of the top holdings that they have. So yesterday I was looking at it, and I've been talking about, this is the trade I took, the IWM double bottom, higher low setup, December 22nd. Strike 218 at 37 cents, and I think it run up higher than 54. Can't wait to see what it looks like this morning. But I talked about yesterday and how bad the market was, and I always say it's the best time is buy when the market is in fear. So I'm watching these trends. I took this trade right here, and then I went ahead and took it again on the way down. Started adding up. Man, she took off after hours. So what I was looking at, we're going to pull up the yearly chart, and you'll see what you would call a Darvas box. So in the sneaky snake trading strategy, you try to look for a trend and a pattern. Well, here we have definitely a trend and a pattern of the Darvas box touching the bottom support down here and then rebounding off that bottom support. So that's where we are right now. And I'm going to go ahead and draw these in to show you how repetitive this can be on these breakouts. You know, here we are down here, there. You know, as you can see, every time we touch down to that support level, she bounces up. She kind of held support there on the 200, but didn't last long. So we're down here again. I mean, we've had some pretty rough, I mean, real rough sell-off compared to what you see throughout here, you know, a week or two, and you get a nice bounce back. Well, this has been consistent for about almost a month and a half, 2 months. And I've been trying to tell people, I said, man, just don't be too crazy. And I pointed out the high. My resistance on this thing was right around 235. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and color this little level layer in right in here. And this is what you call the support area. So this is where you want to buy at support. And that's where I'm talking about right now. It's in the bottom of that Darvas box. This is a horizontal pattern that you can play inside the pattern. Every time it touches the bottom, you're able to take it up to the pivot point and get out. And if that doesn't suit you well enough, you can try to get up here in the resistance levels and try to take some profit. You can draw your trend lines accordingly however you go up. But for right now, we're down here at the low support. I'm in the trade, and I'll probably go in this long into next year if I can find me a cheap price and just accumulate it as it goes up into the next year. I don't think it's going to drop much. You know, so this is the IWM. I just wanted to talk about the pattern and the sneaky snake trading strategy. And then we'll go in here into the day, into the 1 minute, and kind of show you exactly what I was looking at. We had a real sharp sell-off first thing in the morning. And then I started seeing some rebounding, so I called the trade out. And I draw them out like this when I'm getting ready to take the sneaky snake. I'll take and draw it, make sure that we're in the trend. And I'll draw it to that first candle, to that first high right here, and bring this on down. So this was really a rough ride right in here. I couldn't tell if it was either bullish or bearish at the time. But once she broke out and pulled back, I was able to jump in this trade and take it up to the 200. And that's how you take the sneaky snake. You find the trend, and then you find the pattern, and that was this big engulfing candle. And let me show you something else here, maybe on this trade. If we go to the 5, she touched back down here to that bottom down here. So that was like a double bottom. Boom. Get out of the trade on the spike. I always say at first 45 minutes, first half hour, you should know if you want to be in a trade or not. So we took it again here. And then she started just going down. Started going downhill. And, you know, I was lucky enough to add on, and look where we are now. We're popping up at new highs. So that's part of the sneaky snake, is looking for the trend and then trying to find the pattern. I was faked out here and then added on, and then thankful for that, I started seeing a bullish pattern on the second one, and she just ran up for the rest of the day. And there would have been a good exit right here at the 50 if you cost average down. And these things were, I mean, expensive when they were up here, and then they become real cheap when they were down here. So it's like a 5x trade. So that's it. I just wanted to kind of talk about the sneaky snake and how we took that trade, the IWM. Remember, it's a Darvas box, and that's a good pattern to recognize trade in. And you see this all the time. This is a whole year long Darvas box. Whole year long. So it's had its ups and downs, and it's hard to trade. But if you get down here at support, your odds of making a good trade are good. So go in small. I went in big, and I took some profit yesterday, and I'm holding a few contracts for in today. So everybody have a nice day, and we'll see you later. Retail traders.